What's up, my folks? I hope everyone's doing good today. Been talking to quite a few of y'all, and I've had a couple people ask me about blue dogs, game dogs, or gray game dogs, or whatever color they call that. Um, and like I was telling the ones on the phone, I've never had a blue, like so to speak, like what they breed for, the colors and all. But occasionally you'll get a game dog that has like a grayish seal looking color is what they call it, like a seal. This little bitch here, my kennel partner sent me some pictures. This little bitch is this is a bitch that's off a Buster, to a Chinaman bitch. She's like a sealish color. You know what I'm saying? Like a gray, but not really gray. Like a black seal color. That's the colors that people are talking about when you got a bluish game dog. That's the color they look. They don't really look like a gray or whatever them bullies look. I mean, I assume some may come out that color if they bred with I would think a dog this color bred to maybe like a creamish color dog might throw something like that, or who knows. But yeah, occasionally you'll get one that has that bluish look to it. It's just the way they come sometimes when you breed black on black. Or black on red. Red a lot of times. Black on red a lot of times you'll get that color will come out. It's nothing to worry about. I wouldn't sweat it. I don't think you have bully in your dog or anything like that. I mean, it's just the way they came out. So if y'all got one that runs that color, this color like this, it's no big deal. It's just the way they come out, man. They're not trying to hang papers on you or nothing. So that's the color you're going to see when they talk about like a gray or seal. And I mean, this lighting doesn't really pick it up that good. It's more of a grayish look, a silvery look. You know what I mean? But that's the colors they'll run. All right, guys. And I've had some people ask me about when you got a real bad bitch, how to contain her when you breed her. And I know exactly what y'all are talking about when you talk about you try to use the brood stands and all that. I mean, them little metal stands. It's got the collar loop on the back and the front, how they go to propelling in it like they're downwind, like they start spinning around on it and shit and going crazy. And I know exactly what you're talking about. When you have one like that, I have one I built. I have to show y'all a picture of it. It's out in my shop. I built it out of wood, and I have a cradle in it that actually straps the dog down, and it makes them feel more comfortable. And you can use like a partition wall with it where you can slide their head and then put a piece over it like a guillotine, just a loop cut in it, a half moon cut in it where it slide over her neck, where the male can't even see her head and she can't even see the male, like a little, like 3 foot wide, 4 foot tall, would slide so you can slide the top to the bottom and put their head there. That's one way to do it, okay? If you're worried about all that. But I'm going to show you the correct way and the easiest way. Okay, my kennel partner here, this is Jeffro. He's demonstrating it's perfect. It's picture perfect how you're supposed to do it. If you notice, we got the bitch muzzled, okay? She was a bad bitch. She's a bitch off Buster too. If you notice, he has her wrapped around loosely with that hand grabbing that leg right there, okay? Where she starts to get up, he can grab that leg and kind of clench down and hold her from backing up. And he'll just sit there until that tie is finished. And on your male, if you got a good male, we use a wider collar, try to use a wide collar to keep them from, bucking out. They feel that all that white width on their neck, they're a little bit better. About trying to turn around on them, you can handle them better. But this is a perfect demonstration. I was trying to explain it, but it was really hard to explain on the good way to hold her. Now, this bitch would go buck up so bad that she might have bit him, so we muzzled her. I mean, just not, she's just freaking out. You couldn't put her in the brood stand. You couldn't put her in the brood box. We call it a brood box. It's like a little box thing that slides over their head, with a brood stand on the end. She would flip the fuck out, But if you were next to her and you held her and you secured her, she wasn't near as bad. So when you got them bad ones, get down there with her after you get them mounted up. I mean, it's hard getting them locked up. I mean, you're going to have to muzzle her. You're going to have to hold her head, hold her up. And once you get them hooked up, then that's when they really start acting fucked up, man. Usually they act okay at first, you know what I mean, until they get locked in. that's when you just make sure you grab this bottom leg right here, okay? Wrap around, grab that leg, and get comfortable. That's the easiest way to do it naturally by yourself without a bunch of equipment, okay? Easiest way I found to do it. I mean, somebody might show you an easier way, but this is how we've been doing it. I've been fucking with these dogs about 30 years. I've never been bit by the bitch breeding the dogs. So, I mean, it's always worked for me. And I've had fairly good luck getting it done. And it seems to stress the bitch a little less than if you got her strapped down. You know, if you got a brood bitch that's used to the brood standing all, you're fine. This is for them psychopaths, okay? This was her first breeding. Alright, here you can see here a top angle of it. And you can see I'm still holding the leash right here, holding her away. And this dog is leashed out, held away too. He can't get around. So this will give you a good top angle and see how the dog cradles back in there. And he's over him. She can't really get away from him. So just to give you an idea. Here's an old picture that was sent. My kennel partner sent to me. This was pretty. You know, there's certain things you do in these dogs that you meet certain people and all, and you get, you know. And there's certain days that's just better than others. Let me put it that way, you know. This was a while ago. This was we were still young looking then. I swear, guys, y'all better enjoy that youth. You don't still start really getting on till you get in your 40s, 45, and then your shit falls apart. But, you know, I usually don't even worry about these trophies or keep them or nothing, but I'm giving away little kids enough. But I kept these two over the year, this trophy and this trophy. That's me, my kennel partner, and that's Mr. Richard Stratton in the middle. And I assure you, Richard did not want me to get them trophies. Richard and I don't know. He's got the theory that it's the dog that does everything, and I got the theory that it's a 50-50 deal between the man and the dog. And that's how I was raised. I mean, I don't care how good a dog you got. If you're shit to it, it's not going to give you that much. And I've always felt that way. And, you know, I think some of the old timers feel like, you know, the dog is all. But, you know, your dog can only carry itself so far. You got to be there for it and carry it right. Not stale it up, not overwork it, not underwork it, not overhydrate, you know, there's a lot you got to do. But, anyway, this was a proud day. I've had some people ask me about some of the, you know, showing dogs and all. And occasionally it'll be a good day. You know, you'll go in and show and meet somebody worth, you know, talking with a little bit. And, you know, that day right there we won 2 best in shows. We won a best in show from Jack Kelly and a best in show from Richard Stratton. And both of those men know they're a bulldog from the ass to the nose. I'm going to tell you. I mean, they know the difference, okay? And a good dog and a bad dog. Some of these guys can just look at a dog and tell what it is. And we know. Even when I come to a dog show, I'm bringing a fucking bulldog. You know what I'm saying? I'm bringing a real bulldog. And them old timers, they know it. So when you go to them dog shows, sometimes your prettiest dog, your best confirmation dog, your best blah, 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 won't win it. Sometimes you need to bring a real bulldog. That's how we won this, guys. You need a dog that's out there acting like a bulldog, looking like a bulldog, is a bulldog. You get it? I mean, that's what they want to see. They don't want to see one that, you know, when my dogs see strange dogs, they go fucking ape shit. They've always done that. I've always been able to raise my dogs calm. People ask me about how they're so calm on the chain and all. Listen, when you see them videos, these yard videos, I talked with a guy, another breeder. He's got a little YouTube thing. And I mean, it's just a perfect example of when you treat people with respect and, you know, don't bullshit them and be honest with them. And, you know, you can build good relationships even with other kennels. My God, you know, the last 10 years, it's been like a fuck fest game, man. Everyone trying to, like, I don't know. It's like they try to bring beef on each other, and it doesn't have to be that way. And like I was explaining to this guy, you know, I can go out there and meet these people and have a difference of opinion, but I can still respect them and agree, you know, understand their value in the dogs, you know. You don't have to like everybody in dogs. You don't have to agree with everybody in dogs. But you should, if they don't respect you, fuck them. Kick them in the nuts. But if they're doing their thing, whatever, man. It has no sweat off your ass what someone breeds, okay? I hear these other guys saying this, he breeding curs. How do you know they're fucking curs? You know, do you feed them? You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to quit that shit. Y'all got to quit acting like y'all got the only fucking bulldog in the world and everyone else ain't got nothing and all this bullshit. Because that's a joke, man. You're going to get... if you are active and not just peddling puppies, but you are active in these dogs and you hunt these dogs, you're going to get your fucking feelings hurt acting that way. I'm just saying. You will get your feelings hurt acting that way. So don't pull that persona. Don't pick up that. Don't think that's how dog men are, because they're not. They're really not. This was made to have a good time, and everyone goes back into the old days when they matched dogs. That match was just to get you there to test your dogs. It turned into something later on that the money, there was never no money in no dogs when I was kids like that. I mean, fuck, people would do it for a bag of dog food. Now it's turned into something that I wouldn't be part of even if it was legal. It's a fucking joke. It's like WWF or some bullshit. I mean, it's just no fun like that. So, even these dog shows, you would think that they would be cool. But no, they some shit talkers in there too. Big time shit talkers, smack talkers. These motherfuckers never even seen a real bulldog. You know, they might have one between their legs, but they'll never know it. You know, but they'll talk shit about the next man because his pedigree might not line up like theirs. You know, don't fall in that trap, man. Y'all get in this shit, have a good time. You know, have a good time. And I'm going to talk about something else real quick. Alright, guys. Let's talk about dumping dogs and culling dogs, okay? First of all, this little bitch right here is going to be my project bitch. I've been watching this dog slowly starve to death. I thought she belonged to somebody. She's been coming up to me every time I go hunting. I've been carrying her dog food down there at the gate. And, you know, so I found the people that supposedly owned her. And the boy said they didn't want her anymore. I guess they were just trying to not feed her anymore until she left. They don't realize that shit. So I threw her in the fucking dog box and brought her home. I mean, she's a trash bred dog. She's not, I don't know what she is, okay? I don't know. But she's a sweet dog. Looks like she had a shit of a life. I mean, look at that scar. It goes all the way around her fucking body, man. What the hell caused that? A cable? A wire they had her tied up with? I mean, come on. But this dog, I've been trying to fatten her up and get her right. She was trying to hunt rabbits to survive, or rats, or whatever she could catch. You know, the poor dog didn't even know how to get in a barrel. I had to, you know, them igloos. Now, I will say this. The guys that use the igloos, those are good to train your puppies to get into, because even she would get in that igloo. And it's a wet, nasty mess down here today. But if you got a dog you don't want, do the right thing. Don't dump that motherfucker out on somebody else. Don't do it. Don't dump it out in the country. Think, oh, somebody will give it home. They won't. They will starve to death. They're going to fucking starve to death. And I'm not watching no dog starve to death, especially a good little dog like she is. Yeah, she might not be purebred. I don't know what she is. She's got a fat tail. She might have some not boxer, but looks like in her, she might have a little bull, like regular bulldog in her or something. But she's a pretty little dog, and I've been feeding her as much as she can eat. But, you know, to treat an animal like that is just fucked up. If you don't want that animal, do the right thing. Put the animal down. Give the animal to somebody else that'll take care of it. Don't buy a dog or get a dog if you can't take care of that dog. I don't care how bad you want a puppy. I don't care how bad you want a bulldog. If you don't have the right place and you ain't set with yourself where you can take care of that dog, and you don't have time for that dog, don't get him. Don't fucking get him. I would much rather not sell you a dog if you're gonna dump it out on the side of the road because you got kicked out of your house and don't have nowhere to go in 6 months. You know what I'm saying? Or you just decide you don't want him no more. I think this was the deal where the husband left and it was his dog, and, you know, she's just being ugly. But I don't know. I don't know the whole story. I don't care, you know. But I'm just saying, guys, don't do that. And then if you cull that dog, be a fucking man and dig a hole. Don't throw that sumbitch out on somebody's roadside ditch or gate or something like that. I went up to my gate the other day. There was a wild hog carcass. It was a big boar too, I could tell. And there was 2 catch dogs dead right next to it. They just threw them out on the side of the road by the gate. You know, that's fucking disrespectful, man. And it makes me look bad. The people down here thought it was me. I had neighbors coming down here asking me if those were my dogs up there. Don't do that silly shit. Be a man, be respectful, and be fucking ethical, man. I mean, be fucking ethical. Somebody will want this dog. I've had 50 people ask me about a pet. Like, they don't care about what it's bred like. They don't care. They just want a good dog, a bulldog and shit like that. I don't have dogs like that. I don't have pet dogs. So I figured I'd take this dog home, go through her, make sure she's real friendly. I'm digging in her mouth. She's good. Playing with her ears. She's good. She's around kids. I've took food out of her mouth. I gave her a piece of deer meat, took it right back out of her mouth. I mean, this dog's gonna make somebody a good pet. She loves attention. It's all she wants, you know. And to treat an animal like that's just fucked up. I don't care who you are. So, y'all take that for what it's worth, and I hope that sets in. Don't dump them sumbitches off on folks, because they're not gonna make pets out of them. I mean, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, I'd have shot this dog. I'd have shot her at my gate. I mean, I'm just being honest about it. I ain't going to have dogs running around all the woods and getting in the hogs and everything else. I had hogs get out a couple days ago, 2 black labs, busted all my sows loose. These people don't keep their dogs put up, and they're the same type of motherfuckers that say, you shouldn't keep your dog on a chain. You know, that's the same type of motherfuckers that'll let their dogs run around and destroy your shit. So, be real about it. Be a man about it. Keep your dogs. If you can't keep your dogs, do the right thing. Don't pawn them off on nobody else. That's chicken shit, man. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Y'all take care and keep on bulldogging.